Hello, everybody. Good to see you all. Today we have a special talk show for the Irish Spiritists Federation, and it's an honor to be here with Jack Darsa. A lot of people wrote to us, especially our friends here in Ireland, asking to give another opportunity not to talk with Jack, and he is with us right from Brasilia, in Brazil. So Jack, welcome. Thank you
Thank you.
very
Thank you
much.
very much.
Thank you very much for your time. The structure today is we will do the initial prayer. Then we will open with a brief reading of the Living Spring. After this, Jack will start his talk. He said it's gonna be about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. After this, we will open to questions and answers. Okay. So I hope you enjoy. I hope this message reach everybody who needs to listen to it. And I'm seeing a lot of people on YouTube. Diana say people say, "Hey Jack," Deborah Cummings,
Hi there.
"Hey Jack," Carla Limongi,
Hi. Good to
Diana,
see you all.
yeah. So Mariana Ribeiro. So it's a lot of people here joining us and taking this opportunity because, Jack, we do have a lot of people doing the presentations in Portuguese, lives in Portuguese. Wonderful lives, wonderful work. At some time, we do have things which is not good, but it is what it is. We cannot.
Simple like that. Yes, it's the normal.
Yeah, we cannot judge anybody. But we needed to look after the international spirit movement. That's the intention here. And here in Ireland, I would say in Europe, we need the basics. Because Brazil is perhaps some steps ahead of Ireland, or even though Europe in terms of in development of the spiritism.
Yep.
And but here we need the basics. I know the Kardec, the doctrine or the teachings, the spirit teachings, like we say here, it's from France, but now we need to go back to the basics.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let me do the initial prayer.
Okay. Here we go.
I would like to invite everyone to close your eyes if you want to. It's not mandatory, but it's mandatory to open up your heart. And let's connect with Jesus, with our mentors of the Irish Spiritist Federation, mentors of Ireland, mentors of Brazil, who allow this virtual talk. First of all, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for those benefactors. Thank you for Jack for being here with us. Thank you for everyone who are connecting with us now or will connect and will see this live in the future. So it's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to give you this opportunity to show our loved teachings, loved spiritism to everybody else. So be it. Amen. Okay. Okay. So let me open this. Living Spring, Fonte Viva. Are you opening randomly?
Yep.
Okay. And there we go. Chapter 27, Destruction and Misery.
Cool.
Destruction and misery mark their ways. Paul, Romans 3:16. When disciples fail to trust in the Master and avoid acting according to examples that his divine ministry bequeathed to us, preferring the broad pathway of infidelity to their own conscience, they dig deep abysses of destructions and misery whenever they go without even noticing it. If their mind is crystallized in illnesses, they destroy the goodwill in the hearts of other workers around them, and they retain their own opportunities to serve. If they go down the road of negativity, they destroy the tender hopes and the sentiments of those who are just starting out in the faith of they weave a vast net of darkness for themselves. If they transfer their souls to the dark residence of vice, they smother their traveling companions, nascent virtues, and they acquire heavy debts to be paid in the future. If they give safe harbor to despair, they quench the tenuous light of trust within the soul of their neighbor, and they weep in vain under the storm of destructive tears. If they seek refuge in the cold house of depression, they anxiety the optimism of those who accompany them, and they waste the wealth of time of fruitless complaining. The divine advice for the follower of the gospel is to press on, helping, understanding, and serving everybody. Being inactive is to immobilize others and freeze oneself. Being rebellious is to whip one's brothers and sisters and to hurt oneself. To avoid the good is to misguide others and nullify oneself. Unfortunate are those who do not follow the Master once they have found him, because to know Jesus Christ in spirit and yet live far from him is to spread destruction all around us and to retain misery within us. I think we are trying to spread the word here. At least we are trying to spread the word.
Yeah. Yeah.
No? Yeah, but we need to. We cannot do anything once you know the doctrine. And the most charity we can do for spiritism is spread the spiritism. And this is what we are doing today, because this is going to reach our beloved friends, Irish friends, non-Irish around the world, like Japan. We have seen Japan, we have seen New Zealand. And now that we discovered that Jack speaks English, oh my God, I am so sorry for him. Yeah. So, Jack, I think it's with you now.
Okay.
And I'll be here in the background. If you need me, just call me.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you very much.
Bye. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Okay. So here we go. Hi there, everyone. As you know, right now, my name is Jack Darsa. I'm from Brazil, from capital of Brazil. I'm from Brasilia. And first of all, I want to thanks a lot for the invitation. It's the second time that we are here with you. So let's try to do our best. And before I start, I must ask you apologies for my poor English. And if you start hearing some loud noise, it's because my neighbors. It seems that my neighbors right now they will start to do some kind of party. So if you heard some noise, let's hope that they start only later and not now. So here we are again to talk about the teachings of Jesus and about the Spiritism. We are here today to talk about mental and spiritual health. It's very funny because the majority of people they are concerned about their physical bodies, so they are concerned about what they eat, to practice some exercises, and they are always doing uh, blood tests to see if everything is all right, and we go to the doctors to see if our we do the annual checkup to see if our health it's okay. It's perfect, it's fine. The big question is, we are not only this physical body. And when we see all the mental illness that we have all around the world, we start thinking, why? And how much we are concerned about our mental and our spiritual health. That's the main point. That's the big picture. Because our soul, as in our body, our physical body, everything we eat go to our body. With our soul, it's are the emotions. So everything that I see, that I heard, that I talk, that I do, every single emotion goes to my soul. So if I do a fine movie, just like something, uh, a romantic movie, we can say about it. So we remain calm, or a comedy, we remain happy, or if it's a romantic, we remain in peace and happy. But if we see a war movie, a terror movie, the emotions, we are always, all of them are going to our soul. So these hard emotions that make us to feel this way and not this way go to our soul. Our soul, it doesn't, it's everything, good or not good, it's going to our soul. So if I start to look every kind of less tragedies around the world that passes on the TV, and I'm always watching this all day long, everything that I see, every emotion goes to my soul. And with time, our soul can be stronger or weaker. It depends in what emotions we are giving to our soul. So if I spend my day being good, doing good lectures, seeing some kind of good movie, everything, just like normal life, it's a way of living. If I have a destructive, as he read, or a pessimist look to the world that surrounds me, this also go to my soul. So we have to start paying attention. The depression was the worst thing about the 20th century, just like all the scientists said about it. And they are saying that in the 21st century, again, the depression of the mind will be the main illness among us human beings. And we must, in fact, we must start thinking, why that? Why that our minds, in so many ways, in so many people, are becoming ill? What is wrong? Is there everything? Is there something wrong? Why so many people have with depression, anxiety, and so many bad things in the brain that's not in the brain, that's in the soul, in fact? Why? What that we are not getting, what that we are not paying attention in the words that surround us, that we are not seeing that there is something that is not quite good. And a lot of people, they are not sure what is happening. So if a person is with depression, go to the doctor and takes all the pills and medicines. But if the life remains the same, the soul always is getting the same way. So that's why so many people that don't change the way they see the life and his own life and change one thing or another. So they are always getting again with the same illness. When our mental and our spiritual, we are not good, it's just our soul crying out loud, hey Jack, there's something very wrong with your life. Not with anything that surrounds you, which is with your life, that it's something that is very wrong. Pay attention to the life that you live. So Jack stops and say, okay, I'm with depression or anxiety. What can I make in my life? What changes can I make in my life to modify the situation? And of course, with all the medicines that are prescribed by the doctor, it's all right, we must do this also. But it's a sign that there is something that it's not very good. We know that the religion, and I always say this, that faith, it must be, it should be the basis of our life. The problem is that sometimes, or a lot of times, we are paying attention in a lot of things, but not paying attention in God. We must understand, and this is very urgent, that we see and we understand that one day this body will just die, but my soul will remain alive. So I must pay attention and see, how is my soul? There are not blood tests to see how our soul is, but there are signs that our soul shows us. How I drive my car, how I act in my life. I'm always nervous. Even the little things just make me move out of my center. Why? Why and what in my life it's not right? What my soul is trying to show me? Faith. We must have faith, trust in God, in Jesus, in the spirits that surround us. But we must learn that, and we must know that the main part is upon us. I know a lot of fellows in the spiritism that they think that, okay, if you pray, everything's all right. No, it's not this way. It's not about praying. It's about doing. It's about doing. We must see how we live our lives. And this moment that we are living right now in humanity, the COVID is right there. We must try to think, what am I learning with all this movement? What am I learning seeing just so many people around the world, a lot of them dying, but a lot of people being at home, staying at home, with not possibility to go out. What I am learning about that, what I am doing with my life, with what are we doing with our lives. One thing's for sure. One thing's for sure. One day that maybe it can be today, it can be in 70 years ahead. Every one of us will die. The body, but not the spirit. The soul, it remains alive. The question is how I want to live my life. Do I really want to live in peace with a lot of moments of happiness? Because what is in me, the emotions that I feel and that I show everyone, it's exactly how my heart is. The way I talk, the way I live, the way I behave with everyone that surrounds us. I'm always showing how my soul is. If it is full of health or if my soul is becoming ill. And it's simple like that. It doesn't it doesn't depend in how much you know, how many books you read, how many talks you see. It's not dependent on this. It depends how you use all this information that comes to you. What I do with all this book, I have some here. I have the New Testament, the Bible. I have the Book of Spirits. I have the how is this word? Evangelium. No, it's in Greek. It's Evangelium. I forgot the word, but
Gospel,
it's
gospel
on a
according, gospel
what?
according to Spiritism.
The gospel, the gospel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The gospel, according to Spiritism, and so many books about Allan Kardec or about André Luiz or Chico Xavier or Emmanuel. Okay, it's just fine. It's not about how many books we have or how much information we know. It's about what we do with all this information. Do I have the consciousness that I must act in my life? I have the responsibility about my life. So only me and nobody else can change my life. Only Jack can change Jack's life. It's simple like that. There are no angels or Jesus or God that just will just come to me and say, "Hey, Jack, we'll change you." It's not this way. It demands effort. It demands effort that we see that we must realize that we have to move one step ahead. What is one step ahead? We do more than we are doing today, right now. How can I improve my life about doing good things, saying good things, watching good things? What can I do about it? And how can I use all this that came to me, what I read, what I see, and put it in order to make me a better man, a better human being? We must understand that in Spiritism, the main point of the Spiritism is to promote in us our transformation in better human beings. It's not because of the others. A lot of people think that they think that when they change, it's for the others. No, it's not. When I become a better human being, when you become a better human being, it's for me. It's for you. When you become a better being, it's for you that you're doing this. It's not for anybody else. No. When I do this, it's because I realize that when I do good things, I feel better. my soul start to say, hey, this emotion I like, please bring more to me. And as long as I bring more good emotions to my soul becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. And then I start to feel peace and with moments of happiness. Just like when if you want to run a marathon, you have to start training. If you want to do uh, some kind of hard study, you have to study a lot. If you want to learn about spiritism, yes, you have to read. Everything is with effort. You must act in the direction of what you want to your life. So this is the big question. What I want to my life and what you want for your life. Today is 15 August. We are in the second period of the year. What you want for your life. Not in financial terms, no, in soul terms. What you want for your soul. If the answer is, oh, I want peace for my soul, okay, this is the right answer. Okay, Jack, I understood. So, I want to have peace in my soul. So, but how can I do? What can I do? Make good choices in your life. In your life, it's not, you don't have to do what you want. You have to do what's good for your soul, not your body. That's the main point. See, if I want, I can stay all day long watching on the TV every tragedy around the world, and there are hundreds of them every day. It's a choice I can do. Yeah, I can do, but it's good for me. It's good for my soul. In the first letter of Paul to the Corinthians, chapter 6, uh, the verse 12, and also the chapter 10, verse 23, Paul said the same thing. Everything I can, but not everything I must do. I should do. That's the point. I should do. So we must start utilizing better our free will to make good choices in our life. Sometimes, let's say if you are diabetic, okay? Oh, you are diabetic. So, oh, but I love candies. Okay, but you just can't eat more. Like the candies that you eat before, now you can't. No, but I want. Okay, what's the part that you have a illness? And eating candies, just like the way you ate before, it is not good for your health. You can eat as long as you want. You can stay all day long eating candies, but please understand, there is a price for this. So you can, but should you? I think not. The same way we should behave with our souls. So everything we do, let's try to think about this. It's good for me. It's real. Have some utility. This information will make me a better human being. It's good for my soul, so go ahead. If not, so just stop and start realizing, do I need this? Do I really need this? As long as we understand that we must uh, have our life in our hands. So I must rationalize everything in my life, not just act just like a puppy. No, but act just like a human being that think and start realizing everything we do. We must start being more vigilant about our lives. As long as my soul is with good health and strong, the more I see the world that surrounds me in a better way, with a good look. And I start realizing that I conquered my soul peace. And this is the main point. One of the last things that Jesus said to his 12 disciples, it's the Gospel of John, chapter 14, and verse 27. My peace I gave to you, my peace I leave to you, not the peace of the world. And the first thing that Jesus said to his uh, apostles when he in the resurrection is it also in the Gospel of John, chapter 20, verse 19. Peace be among you. So for Jesus, peace, it's a very important thing. If for Jesus is, I hope that we understand that for us it should be also. It must be. It's easy. No, it's not. Because our spiritual evolution, our level of spiritual evolution, we are still very weak. We are very weak human beings. Yes, it's the we are in a world, still in a world that the bad things surrounds our world, but the good things, it's every time, every day, it's becoming more in front of everyone. So let's choose better. Let's choose better what we are looking, what we are seeing, watching the TV, what we are listening the radio. Let's pay more attention how is our talk and what are we doing. Sometimes when we want to do something, but we know that it's not good for us or it's not good for somebody else, and I just stop and don't do this, a good feeling starts to appear because it's our consciousness saying, hey Jack, congratulations, you win yourself, and right now you make one step ahead. And it's baby steps, small baby steps, one step at a time, one step ahead at a time. It can be small, it's just fine, it's not a problem. The question is, are we making this move in our lives? Are we really making this move? So if I start thinking now, right now, today, okay, we are August 15th of August 2020. Am I a better person than I was 1 year before? How was Jack in August of 2019? How I was? How I am today? Am I a better human being? Even small, even only one step ahead? Am I better than I was 1 year before? So if I am better, it's just fine. Am I the same person? Well, so we have to start think about it. Why I am the same person of 1 year before if I'm here to become a better human being, to making me the so necessary evolution, spiritual evolution. What is my soul trying to tell me every day? Because God's law, they are in our consciousness. Is the answer of the question 621 of the book of Spirits book. Am I listening to my consciousness? Am I doing what I must do, or am I always doing what I want to do, no matter what? How I act in my life? Do I feel peace? No matter what? No matter if I'm healthy or not, if I have financial problems or hard problems anyway, if I'm with someone that I love or I lost someone that I love, peace, it's a conquer of the soul. It's not a moment. Happiness, they are moments. You can have moments of happiness. Peace, no matter what, you feel it. That's the main point. Let's start thinking what we are doing every day to conquer this peace. Every day in my Instagram, Jack Darsa, every day I post a 1 minute thought, a 1 minute video talking about it, talking about this self consciousness. We must realize that we are not here to suffer. It's a wrong thought to think that we are here to suffer. We are not here to suffer. We are here to learn, and it's something very different. All of us, we are here to learn, to be, uh, have an evolution in the spiritual way. That's why we are alive. That's why we receive this reincarnation. It's not to have a Ferrari. It's not to travel around the world. It's not to be a powerful man or woman or a beautiful man or woman. No, it's not about like that. It's not about that. We are here to look back and say, oh, I become a good human being. So humble, but at the same time, with proud say, oh, I make a lot of effort, and now I look at myself in the mirror and say, hey, I like who you are. I like the human being that you became. Congratulations. Today you are better than you were 1 year before, maybe. Life can be a wonderful journey. Life can be with peace. Maybe it's a sunny day or a cloudy day, it doesn't matter. I can look at the sky and say, hey, what a beautiful day. Because what I see, it's what it's inside me. That's the point. When I look at the world around me today and say, oh my God, the world never was just so good that it is today. In fact, what I'm saying is, how is my inner world? The world inside me. What is in my heart, in my soul? My life can be easier. Your life can be easier. I can be even more peaceful than I am today. And you can be also. When we realize that this famous life that Jesus gave and lived to us, it depends upon us to conquer, and we start doing the better choice, the right choices in our lives to feel it. So maybe one day you just wake up and say, hey, I'm feeling quite different today. What you're feeling? I'm feeling peace. And maybe somebody say, hey, you are not seeing what's around the world. Didn't see the news yesterday? And you say, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because I realized that the tragedy of yesterday, today we'll have another, and tomorrow another one. So I decide to make good choices and start putting the right and the better emotions in my soul. Because one simple thing, I love myself. Do you love yourself? Do you really love yourself? Do you have self-esteem? Do you want the best for your life? Do you really want the best for you? Do you really want to feel peace? So start thinking, what are you doing? It doesn't depend on God, on Jesus, or on the spirits that surrounds the world. No, in your guardian angel, it doesn't depend on them. It depends on me, it depends on you. What I am doing with my life, with what are you doing with your life? When you start not just realizing, but taking our life in our hands and say, okay, I'll start loving myself and taking care of me. And even though if I'm diabetic, I want so much to eat all these candies that I use it to eat. Oh, okay, I won't eat them anymore. I will no longer eat them because I love myself. I want the best for me. So if I want the best for me, I'll start doing what is better for my body, what's better for my soul. I'll start paying attention what I'm watching, what I'm reading, what I'm learning, what I'm talking with my friends. How is my talk? How is my behavior? How are my acts in my life? I can assure you, this peace, we can feel this. We can feel it. The peace that Jesus gave to us, the peace that Jesus lived to us. I can feel it. Please trust me. You can feel it also. It's just a matter of choosing, using better our free will and loving ourselves. The main point, theologically speaking, the main point of all teachings of Jesus, it's about the kingdom of heaven, kingdom of heaven, or kingdom of God, depending on what gospel you read. But the main point is when they come to Jesus and ask, "What's the principal law of they were Jewish, so were talking about the Old Testament. What is the main law of of everything that Moses gave to them? It's in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 37 to 40. It's also in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 12, verse 28 to 30, and also in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 10, verse 25 to 30. And all the three times, Jesus answered basically the same thing: love God above all things, and love the other as you love yourself. Unfortunately, here in 21st century, as it was also in the 20th century, people love themselves very little. But we have to learn that loving myself, it's not being selfish. No, it's about looking at myself and thinking, I love so much myself that I want the best for me physically and for my soul. So what can I do? A lot of people, because of a lot of bad education that they receive from their parents, or because others reincarnation, we grow with a lot of wrong behaviors and thoughts about ourselves. And a lot of times we thought that we don't deserve what is good for us, what we are always looking to the other, but not looking to ourselves. We are paying attention to everyone around us, but not in us. When I realize that I'm son of God, when I realize that I should or I must love myself. In loving myself, I must want what's the best for me. Understand that when I do this movement, I will have peace, and that's the main point. That's the main point. Because when you have peace as a conqueror of your soul, everything that's around you, you start looking the world in another way. Because the peace that it is inside you, you just see in the other people, in the words that surround you, and you start choosing better what you want for you. We must start asking to ourselves how much I love myself, how much I really want what is the best for my soul, how much, and what I am doing, what are my efforts in exactly this aspect. to make my soul stronger and with peace. As strong as my soul is, I'll be just fine, no matter what. Because I can be ill in a hospital, it's just fine, because I have peace. That's the point. Because die, guess what? Everybody will. We all will die one day. Today, maybe in 70 years, nobody knows. It's not that. If I am Son of God, if Jesus told me that He leaves to me His peace, if you are the Son of God, and if Jesus gives and leaves to you His peace, where it is, do you feel it? What are you trying, at least trying to do to have a more peaceful life? What are you at least trying to give to your soul to become stronger and peaceful? Let's start thinking about that, okay? So thank you all a lot for your behavior, so for your patience with me. And one more time, just please forgive my poor English. And here I am to answer, if I can, any question that you have. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you, Jack. Thank you very much. It's so important to figure out how we live ourselves, and but there is a fine tune between the way I'm living and the way I want to live, or the way I think I am living.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
In fact, a lot of us at first, initially, we are unconsciousness of everything you do in our lives, and then we became with some consciousness, and then we realize, oh, I act this way, that's not good. Oh, I act this that way, that's good. And then you start to reflect, what can I do to start moving in another way, in a better way? And then there is the action. They are the first steps, they always say. So it's the unconsciousness, the consciousness, the reflection, and the attitude. Here are the first steps to ourselves to become better. And it's easy? No. For sure it's
No
not.
way.
For sure it's
No
not.
way.
No, 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 no. Because the world around us, it's so strong among us that we just sometimes we are weak, and we just fail to it. And it's not that we don't want to become better person, it's just that we don't have the strength. Maybe we can talk this with this word, we don't have the strength to struggle with ourselves. That's the point. That's the point. Struggle with ourselves to become better. Because sometimes life is just so hard that you say, oh my God, no, I'm just tired. I know that I'm diabetic, but oh, give me this chocolate. I want to eat the full bar. It's just fine. I just want to rest. It's hard. It's really hard. It's really hard. That's why we are still here in planet Earth. That's why we're still here. This is a difficult planet to live. This is a difficult planet to live. You can see in the Gospel according to the Spiritans in chapter 3, from the number 13 to the number 18. Augustine told us how is the world that we are living today, and how it will be the future world that we'll have in the future, in this century. In fact, in this century, in the new world that's coming. A new era is arriving. So every day we are being called to become better. Every day, the world around us is saying, "Hey, Jack, what you are doing to become a better man? What you are doing to become the world that you are living, become better." As I'm always saying, Jesus is not expecting us to be, oh, I will be a great missionary and I'll change the world. No, 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 it's not that. It's just change,
Change
change,
yourself.
change. Change yourself in your family, in your work, in the spiritual center where you are. Change the micro universe that you are living. Just be just be a candle. Just bring light, even if it's small light, anywhere you are. Just bring light. That's the point.
Yeah. So, and Jack, thank you. We got some questions here. Um Deborah Cummings, why do you think we don't get this journey within ourselves? Fear, lack of faith, whatever.
It can be fear, lack of faith, lack of effort. Can be a lot of things, Deborah. Lack of faith is a great thing because we must trust in God. But it's not about only trusting or praying or reading. Oh my God! On this year, I read 100 books. Okay, and what you are doing with all this information? It's not about that. It's what is the effort you are doing to use this information. And I say, one of the lives I do a lot of lives, and if I have only this book, the Gospel, here. It's a very old book. It's a little gospel. So we have here the 27 books of the New Testament. If I have only these, it's just fine. A lot of people think, oh, I must learn the 1019 answers and questions of the Spirit's books in my brain, and I have to be in memory the 28 chapters of the Gospel according to the Spirit. No, didn't understand anything. It's not about it. It's not about learning, it's about loving. That's the main point. The Gospel according to the Spirit is chapter 6, 8, and 5. Spirits, love yourselves. This is the main point. The second one, learn. So the first point is loving. One of the last things that Jesus also taught to his disciples, the Gospel according John, the 13th chapter, verse 30, 32 and 33, he says, a new commandment I gave you, love each other as I love you. So it's always about love. It's always about love. It's not about knowing. It's not about that. It's about behaving. It's about being a better person. So I think that we must just stop, look at ourselves in the mirror, say, hey, what do you want for your life? Do you really want peace? And what are you doing to feel this peace in your life? What are the efforts you are making? What are the changes that you are making in your life? In trying to become a better human being, learning something very, very simple. As long as I make an effort to become better, I will bring to me the company of better spirits to help me in this effort. And it's
Well, I
just
can help you with them. Yeah.
it's just a matter of synchrony. If I'm just write this, so the spirits that are here, they are with me. If I'm here, oh, okay, where is the camera? Okay, if I'm here, the spirits that are here will help me. It's simple like that. So it's myself, it's you, it's me, it's you that we must really making changes. And it's not, oh my God, so tomorrow on I will become a completely different person. No. Don't think about it. It's not this way. It's not that way. No, it's just learning. Learning when a baby starts learning to walk. He tries and he falls. He tries and he falls. He tries and and eventually he just starts walking and don't fall anymore. No
Yeah.
longer. That's it. So it's not that. Oh, so tomorrow on I will be the perfect man. No, it's not that. But yes, I can realizing that, making this reflection about myself. Tomorrow on, I say, okay, these things. If I'm diabetic, okay, I throw every candy that I have in my life in the garbage. It's just simple like that. I will not eat no longer. Why? Because I love myself. I want the best for my health, my physical health, and my soul. And it's that. It's easy. No, it's
Okay.
not. But we can do this. And it's simple like that. God won't never give us a cross that we can't handle. And it's simple like that. If God give me a cross that I can't handle, oh, he just failed. It's not that I am not wrong. He's wrong because he gave me something, a challenge that I can't win. Oh, so he's not God. No, it's not that way. If I have a challenge in my life, if God sent to me a challenge, it's something that I can make through. It's something that I can win. So we must think, we must realize, are we doing our best? Because it's not about, think about Paul. The last letter that Paul wrote is to Timothy. And the second letter to Timothy is his last letter, chapter 4, verse 7. Paul will say, I finish my job.
My task, your task.
Yes, and I kept the faith. Look, that Paul is not saying that he wins the good combat. He's not saying this.
I fight.
He's saying that he fought. He fought the good. He's not telling us that he wins. It's that's the point. So I must make every effort I can do and say, okay, God, I'm doing my best. So please just help me. And the help will come to us.
Yeah.
We must have this trust. We must have this faith. If I make my best, God will look at me and say, oh, poor Jack, let me help him. And they will come to help us.
Yeah. So we needed to make sure every day when you go to bed, we have to have that feeling that I fight a good fight.
Yeah. It's not about winning. It's not about being perfect. It's not about being perfect. It's about making efforts. That's the point.
Yeah. And I would like to say thank you to a lot of people here. So we have our dear friend Elsa Ross from the UK, from the British Union. It is with us. Our friend Guilherme Velho, thank you.
Oh, my friend Guilherme, how are you?
Yeah. He's saying hi to you.
Hi there.
Yeah. Also, we have congratulations. So, Faye Waddingham Ayers. Hello from England. Congrats on your work.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And okay, we have one more question here. How can we love each other in a time where everyone seems to have forgotten the boundaries of pleasure, where only the self seems to be important?
Excellent question, Vanderlei. Excellent question. Vanderlei, let's see one thing for sure. Every time, all the history of the world always was like that. So I must think. I must think about myself. What I am doing, what the other is doing, it's not of my concern. It's not of my concern. I must try to do my best. And the other, so it's his problem, her problem. It's not my problem. I have to be with my consciousness. Just is the answer of the question 1019 of the Spirit's book. So I must finish my day, and just like Augustine told us, just realize about your day. Oh, I made this. Oh, this was good. So you start doing this. Oh, but when I do this, that is good. I didn't receive what I was expecting. No, it's not that.
It's not there.
It's not about trading. It's about giving and behaving. So I am doing my best.
I like that.
The moment of the other is just her problem. It's not my problem. I must be concerned about myself, how I am acting myself, how I am behaving my life with the others. How is my consciousness? Am I following my consciousness? Am I hearing my conscience saying out loud for me, hey, Jack, I know you want to do that, but it's not good for you, it's not good for others, so please do the other thing. And the other thing, I may think, oh, no, but I don't want this. And my consciousness, yeah, we know that you don't want to do this, but it's the right way to do.
Yeah.
And you say, yeah, okay, so it's not that I want it, but if you, that is my conscience, is saying me that is the right for me and right for that, okay, this time I'll hear you. Okay, I will do that. And you must say, okay, but I want to just make sure that you understand. I don't want to do this, but as you are saying, that's the best thing to do. Okay, all right, I'm do.
Yeah, and at the same time, well, I want to add just something here, and we need to be humble enough because even though when we try doing our best, doesn't mean we will not hurt someone. And if you realize that you have hurt someone, be humble enough to reach this person and say, "I'm sorry." You
Look,
know?
uh, it's something that we don't realize when Jesus say us the prayer, uh, Father our that's in heaven. So the main prayer that Jesus gave us is in the Gospel of Matthew chapter 6 from verse 9 to 13. In the chapter 12 he says, forgive our sins as we forgive the other sins. So in the end, when he finished the prayer in the verse 13, in the verse 14, he gives an explanation about the prayer, and he just makes sure that we understand. And he say, because as long as you forgive the others, our Father that is in heaven also will forgive you. Because I don't know about you all that are here, but I every day I do a lot of bad things, and I'm trying to do my best. Yeah, I'm just human. Okay, I'm just human living on earth. And for me, when I realize that I do something wrong, and I just ask the forgiveness of the other, well, when someone just do this, he's showing that how great is his soul.
Yeah.
Because weak person, they don't ask for forgiveness. Proud people don't ask for forgiveness. So it must have a lot of strength, inner strength, to for it to give, to go to another person and say, hey, I'm sorry, I did this, so I'm asking you to sorry. And understanding that if the other just don't forgive you, again,
Your problem.
it's, yes, it's no longer my problem. It's no longer my problem. It's a question of them, her, his, no anyone else. So it's not. So in my conscience, I say, okay, I regret about that. I was wrong. It was not good. It was a bad thing. So I'm just ask forgiveness. But if the other just don't forgive me, it's not any longer. It's not with me, because I just paid. I took this bad emotion that was in my soul, and I just throw it away, because I realize that I will try make a big effort not to act this way anymore.
Yeah, yeah. And always we need to be conscious that we do have our free will, but our free will is limited according to our knowledge.
Yes, yes, that's the main point. In my Instagram, every Thursday at night we do psychological studies of a book calling Renewing. It's a book of Hamed, calling Portuguese is Renovando Atitudes. In English, I must
Renewing
say
attitudes, yeah, renewing attitudes.
exactly. And one of the main principle of the whole book is Hamed told us, every one of us, we are now in our best way according to our spiritual level. That's the point. So that's another thing that we must understand as soon as possible. I am my best, okay, and the other also. And we must learn something very simple. It's not my age, my chronological age, that determines how I am an old spirit or not. It's not that way. So sometimes you are living someone is just your age or older than you, but spiritual. It must be it can be a baby or a child, and we must understand that. And if you ask from a child something that the child can't give you, it's not right. It's just simple like that. Okay, it's just I come to a baby of 2 years old and say, oh, okay, we are now reading the Gospel of Matthew, and who say, what? Well, I am not coherent to ask a baby of 2 years to study with me the Gospel of Matthew. So I must understand that. So if I think I have some maturity, spiritual maturity, I must understand. And it's not because I have this that my neighbor, the next person to me, will have also. And when we must have this comprehension, we can't ask for someone something that this person can't give to us.
Yeah, sure. And this is kind of goes along with another question we have here from Paulo Tomé. Hello, Jack. What
Hi.
advice you can give to us on how to start looking for this peace by following God laws?
Yes, God laws, it's in our consciousness. It's exactly that. It's not easy to do what you must do and not do what you want to do.
Yeah.
It's realizing that we must pay a lot of attention in what we are seeing, what we are talking, what we are doing in our lives. It's simple like that. But again, loving yourself with baby steps. Baby step. It's not, I always say this on my lives. Oh, if you realize that you became spirit, and then you realize, you reflect and realize, oh my God, I'm the proudest person I ever knew in my life. Oh, Jesus. But and then you thought, maybe in my past 3 4 lives I was just like that. So from 0 to 10, I am proud in 10. And then you think, okay, I realized that. So from now on, I'll become just like the Pope, just like Divaldo, just like Chico Xavier, just like Gandhi, just like Paul, Peter, Jesus. No, please, you won't be. You won't be. It's simple like that. So you
Mhm.
must realize, okay, what can I do to go from 10, level 10 of proud, to maybe level 7, 6, who knows, 5?
Wow,
Oh,
well done. Job, very good
that's
job.
it. Well done. This is a progress. This is a progress. We must realize that we are not here to end our lives becoming a saint. We won't do that. Of course, we have a lot of missionaries around the world, but well, it's not me. I don't know if there is if we have some missionary here watching us. That's the point. So we are normal persons. We are just have to make sure what we are doing. I will give an example. A simple example. A simple example is about what we eat. Sometimes a lot of people have health problems, physical problems, and the doctors say, "Oh, you can't eat from now on. Just eat less salt, or don't drink milk, or don't eat candies, anything. I don't know." And what you do? Are you following what the doctor's advice? That's the point. How much you love yourself? How much you love your health? So the main point is that we must in this kind of thing we must do that this we must rationalize. Our reason must be one step ahead than our weak emotions. So if I'm a diabetic, I look to that candy and say, oh, I want so much to eat that, but I realize then the reason, okay, I want it just so much, but my reasons say don't, because it's not good for your health. So you win your weakness, your emotion in this weak emotion, then you go one step ahead. And when you do that, it's just you're so understand. Oh, Jack win himself. At least at this time, Jack win tomorrow. No, tomorrow is another day. But at least today, he made a good job.
Yeah. Also, Jack, we are reaching Mexico, so thank you to our
Oh,
friends in
thank
Mexico.
you.
Yeah, our dear friend Sandra. Larelia.
Hi, Sandra. How are you?
Yeah. And Jack, just one thing. When we talk, when one big difference, like we say, okay, what's the difference between when you prepare a talk to give to a Brazilian audience
Yeah,
and a talk to a non-Brazilian audience? I give you an example. It happened to me. Um, we talk about uh, inner reform or inner. There's a lot of translation for this, but in Portuguese we say reforma íntima.
yeah,
Yeah, and when we say this, we tune when we go. And I was talking to a French friend of mine. He's a spiritist. He knows Kardec. And he was saying, well, be careful when you do this kind of talks because an European person doesn't know what it is inner reform. Doesn't ring the bell for them. I
yeah,
said, really? But inner reform is easy. You know? I said, no. Kardec never used this word. I said, no, he does. He did. No, he don't. And he took me to the Kardec books, and he wrote Inner Reform. Didn't appear anything.
yeah, 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 yeah,
But when he said moral change, moral, a lot.
yeah. Exactly.
So
That's it.
we need to make sure that the inner reform, the self reform, whatever reform you want to call it, we're talking about you need to change your moral values.
Yes, yes,
So if you don't know how to start your inner reform, start changing your moral values. When you change your moral values, you will change your inner reform.
yes. That's it. That's it. Simple like that.
You know, yeah, I have one other. So, guys, here I forgot to say hello to USA, Carol. Sorry.
Hi, Carol. How are you?
So, another question, Alexandre Sanchez. Jack, I have forgiven a person 448 times. Do I forgive just one more time? Wow, you were counting. Said that
Okay, Alexander. Just look. In the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 22, Peter asked Jesus, "How many times do I have to forgive my brother? 7 times?" And give Jesus answer, "Not seven, but in fact, I told you, 70 times seven." So the big question here is one thing. Let's say uh, I did a bad thing to someone, okay? And I just came to him, came to her, and say, "Oh, I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I won't do this no longer. I realize that it's wrong." But if I just talk, but I don't act, I will repeat it again.
yeah.
So it's not about what we are saying; it's how we are behaving. So this person that you just forgive a lot of time, the big question is he, she showing you that he, she is making an effort to make a change in his life, in her life? That's the main point. Because talking, it's not doing. It's not about what you talk, it's about what you do. That's the question. So you can, if you are saying, if you are looking at this person and saying, "Oh no, he, she is doing just so many efforts, it's still going wrong, it's still going," but at least he, she is trying to be right. Oh, so I can do, I can give, I can have a good look to it. But if the people, someone just came to, "Oh, forgive me, please, I'll never do this again," and the next day is doing the same thing,
It's the
and the
same
next
thing.
day, "Oh, please, I'll never do," and the other day is doing the same. So I will. it's my opinion. I came to him or to her to say, oh, please tell me something. Yeah, what efforts are you making? What efforts are you making to really don't do this no longer? I should say, I'm sorry, but let's say that is our someone that we love, and I can say, please listen to me very carefully. I love you very much, but I love more myself. So if you really want that we continue this relation, this friendship, please just show me with your acts, not with your talk. Don't talk the talk if you can't walk the walk. So just please me show me with your attitude, with your life, that you really will behave better.
Yeah. And Jack, Babi Severo is launching a new hashtag here. Simple like that.
Hi, Babi.
We're gonna use now hashtag simple like that.
Simple like that.
Okay, let's attribute this to Jack. Yeah, yeah. So it's crazy because uh, at this point, Jack, um, one we are very close between spiritism is a religion or spiritism is not a religion.
Of course, Spiritism is a religion. Okay, of
Yeah,
course,
it is a religion.
yeah.
Yes, but I would say, but it is a philosophy because when you start to look after yourself, look after people around you, you are doing the teachings by given by Jesus. You are doing whatever you have in our in the gospel, in the Spirit's book, in everything. So and and these have a consequence, and the consequence is a religion consequence.
Yes, yes, yes. That's the point. The main point of being a religion, okay, the Spiritism is a philosophy, it's a science, and it is a religion. What's the main point of these religion, not the philosophy and or the science? The main point of the religion is one of the bases of the Spiritism. We are surrounded by spirits. The letter of Paul to the Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 1. We are surrounded by a crowd of people. He was talking about the spirits. So when we are realized that we are surrounded by all kind of spirits, but philosophically speaking, morally speaking, the way I behave, I will attract for me good or not good spirits, and that above everything there is a God, there is Jesus that direct our planet. So we start thinking that, okay, the consequence of the morality is the religion. There is a book of Chico Xavier by Emmanuel. In Portuguese, it's O Consolador. I don't know how this name. Do you have this book there
No,
in Ireland?
no, no,
Okay.
no.
Okay, so it's a very, very, very good book that a lot of people made a lot of questions to Emmanuel. And in the question 236, they asked to Emmanuel. And in the introduction of the book also, Emmanuel said that the philosophy and the science, it's very important to the man on earth. But what reconnect, religare, religion from the Greek word religare, what connect us with God, with what connect us with the good spirits, what give us the strength to go ahead every day that we wake up, it's the religion. So, and Emmanuel go further. Emmanuel told us that if it was not because of the religion, the spiritisms would disappear, because it would be one more philosophy around the world. So he says that although the philosophy and the moral in the science, it's really important, what reconnect us with God, it's the religion, because it is the religion that will give us the strength, the trust that although a lot of bad things happen around us, God is in charge. In the book called The Gospel of Chico Xavier, it's 30 chapters. In the chapter 11, we have Matthew talking with Jesus, and he's saying that he's very anxious about giving to all the world the teaching of Jesus, to the rulers of the world, the teachings of Jesus. And Jesus is very direct. He told Matthew, who rule the world is God. Point. Simple like that. So the religion, but to go this, we have the main philosophy, or how can I say, the morality aspect of the teaching of Jesus. So we think we have this philosophical approach with the Spirit's book. The first book is the Spirit's book. So we have this philosophical approach, and we start using the reason, our mind, stronger than our weak emotions. So we start ruling better our lives, becoming better human beings. We just reconnect with God.
Yeah, correctly. And also we have Daniela Paixão. She's saying the main question is sometimes we want to change the other person no matter what. And things doesn't work this way. We need to learn to respect the time of each person because it's different.
And it is simple like that, exactly. The main point is, yes, it's because it's exactly what I said just some minutes ago. If I just took this book and told to a baby, hey, we'll start teaching, I will start teaching you today the Gospel of Matthew. Please open chapter 1 of Matthew to talk about Jesus. And the baby will say, huh? He don't understand. He don't. But the problem is what? Well, if I have 40 years old and I live with a lot of people with my age, I expect them that if they are 40 years old, that they behave like me. And it does not. It is this way, because chronologically speaking, it's one thing. Spiritual speaking, it's another age. So we must look sometimes to someone that is, oh, he's my age, he has 30 or 40 or 70, no matter what. And then you think, okay, but spiritually speaking, oh, he just is 3 years old, he's a baby, she's a baby. So I must act with him, with her, just how I would act with a baby. It doesn't matter how much effort you say, please look, aren't you saying? And he will be just like a baby. What?
Yeah.
It's unfortunately that's the way. That's why I always tell people, when you start a relation with someone, please look the whole question. Please look, spiritually speaking, how old is he? How old is she? So if I think that I have, spiritually speaking, if I think that I have 20 years old, do I want to have a relation with someone that I look at that have 3 years old? It's my choice. Okay, so let's think better about that.
Yeah. Jack, like I know it's been almost an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But my last comment is, and then I need your help with saying that the passage I can talk. One perfect example how to change ourselves, I would say it's Peter. Simon Peter.
Yeah.
Why? Because at the beginning, Peter, he doesn't have faith. Proves that when Jesus was walking and he said, oh, Jesus, if I walk into the horse, let me go to you. And he started walking, then he was drowning, and Jesus got his hand, oh, man of small faith.
Yeah.
Then we have him when they are trying to take out the obsessor from a boy, and the apostles couldn't do it, and Jesus just put the hands that the obsessor went away. He said, well, people of a small faith. But then Peter, when he was going to the church, and a lip guy went to him, say, give him something. He said, "I have no money, but I give you. I will, what I have, I give you." And
Yeah.
with his faith, he said, "Raise and walk."
Yeah, yeah. This is in the book of Acts, chapter 3, verse 6. And exactly this this man was in the one of the doors of the temple of Jerusalem, asking for money. And he asked for money from Peter. Peter was with John going to the temple, and he just say, I don't have silver nor gold, but what I have, this I gave you. In the name of Jesus Christ the Nazarene, please stand up and walk. And it was like that. And not just like that. This in the chapter 3. In chapter 4, verse 19. In the chapter 9, verse 29, two times Peter is talking about the teachings of Jesus. And the soldiers of the temple came to him and say, "Hey, we killed your master. We'll kill you also." And the two times Peter answered basically the same thing. He said, uh, uh, "Please understand." He said, "Listen, if please question yourselves if I must listen to the God's voice or your voice." That's so he no longer wasn't afraid of dying. He doesn't have no longer fear of anything. His faith was he just became a giant in the Christianity. He was the first pope. He was the leadership of the house in Jerusalem. So he was the main first leader of the Christianism. So it's because of Peter and Paul that we have today the Christianism is because of Peter and Paul. That's the point. So yes, he was just became the biggest man, although he denied Jesus also. When he Jesus was going to the crucifixion, he denies Jesus 3 times. He was weak, but then with the resurrection in spirits of Jesus, when Jesus appeared in spirit to the apostles, from this moment on, Peter realized, okay, Jesus is alive. Death doesn't exist. Death, and I'm just from now on, I'm ready to die because of this, because of these men. And it's just some wonderful passages.
Simple like that.
Yeah, simple like that.
Yeah. So, Jack, I want to say thank you very, very much for your time, for the lessons, for the inspiring words you gave to us today. I'm pretty sure this is recorded in our YouTube and Facebook, reached and will reach a lot of people that they will need to know
Yeah,
uh, the these consolation words from you. So it's been a pleasure. Uh, and if you want to say something and last
yeah.
words,
Yes, I
please
want
speak up.
I want. In fact, it's in fact I I I must thank you a lot because of this opportunity to work with Jesus. So yes, what what is best? What is better than spending a Saturday afternoon or a Saturday evening talking
Mhm.
about Jesus? What can is better than that? So when you from Ireland gave me this opportunity, so I I I must thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you a lot.
you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, Jack. I forgot to say, Jackie is member of the Communion Spirit in Brasilia. So thank you for all the people in the Communion Spirit as well, from everybody for for their hard work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And uh,
And for those who want, just follow me in the Instagram, Jack Darsa,
Yeah,
although it's in Portuguese, but it's just fine also.
exactly, exactly. Uh, and so, Jack, can you do our final prayer?
Yeah, yes, I can do.
Thank
I
you.
can do. Dear Jesus, in this moment that we all are here, surrounded by your love and your peace, we just want to thank you a lot for all the lessons that you gave us, for all the teachings that you leave to us. And we please ask you, have mercy of our weakness and give us the strength to fight the good combat and to become better human beings. And that everywhere that we are, sir, that we are thought, we are talk, and we are acts, that everywhere we are, that everyone that came to us feel your present, Jesus. And in the name of God, in your name, sir, we just finish this good reunion that we have today, saying Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Jack. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you all. Thank you, Brazil. Thank you, Mexico. Thank you, United States. Thank you, UK, the Netherlands, Italy, Spain. So that's all the people are saying here. And once more, thank you, Jesus, for the opportunity to be here.
Yes, yes, that's it.
Thank you all. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.
Peace. Peace. Bye.
Uh,